Hey, what is going on, crypto people? Happy freaking Talk That Talk Thursday. Is it today Thursday? It is. It's Talk That Talk Thursday. What's going on? Maybe we'll talk a little Elon Musk, a little President Trump, maybe, but we got some crypto stuff to get into. Listen, the SEC, big dismissal of its appeal in reference to the broker-dealer rules. That's a big deal. This to me speaks to we're moving forward. This is the crypto era, the golden age of crypto is upon us. That's what it feels like to me. Listen, XRP, a heavily weighted portfolio in XRP, portfolio still, but heavily weighted. Apparently it wins out. We're going to get into that. We're going to take a look at that. We're going to take a look at that, Mr. XRP All In. How are you, bro? Appreciate you being here. I'm doing outstanding, brother. Appreciate you checking in. Interesting stuff. A lot of news coming from Flare Networks for sure. Um, really excited about that. I'm looking forward to. I guess I'm going to be doing like a Spaces next week Tuesday with Stephen Whale 589. I guess we're going to be talking all things crypto and Flare Networks. I guess. But yeah, come hang out. I'll keep you guys updated about that as well. This is an exciting time for me to be an early adopter in this new asset class that is the digital asset space. Listen, my friends, you and I, we're playing a game that 99.99% of the masses don't even know the game is being played. And we're winning, my friends. We're winning. XRP gals in the building. Hey, CJ, is it really over? Is what really over, XRP gal? Is what really over? Now about the SEC appeal and the broker dealer ruling. They're not going to appeal it. They dropped its appeal. So I think that, considering these cases being delayed and or stalled, it's a new day and time with regulators in crypto. XRP Gal said, yes, I saw the title and I jumped on immediately. We appreciate you being here, XRP Gal. Do me a favor, guys, hit that like button on the way in. We always like to have just as many likes as we got viewers in the stream. It helps to get the channel out to more people who just do not know that there's a new financial system being built right underneath their noses. They're watching replays of college basketball classics. And they don't know there's a new financial system, a way for them to win, to hurdle over the hurdle rate of 12 to 15% in the debasement taxation of their money. They don't know XRP Gal and the way we can help them. Because, we need a new 1%. Just like we needed a new administration with new hitters, heavy hitters who care. We need a new 1% as well. We got to continue on with these changes that have happened. We got to continue on. We got to continue to press on. And part of that is a new financial system where those who are competent and those who care, they get into that 1% so they can do more, do better, right? Because each of us need all of us. And all of us need each of us, right? So pretty cool. I don't know. We'll go over CoinGecko. We'll go over the market. It is doing what the market does. We'll go over the numbers. If you can stomach it, if you can stomach this range from 93,000 to 103,000 for the last, I don't know how many weeks, if you can stomach that, I'll share the numbers with you. I'll share the numbers with you. I gotta tell you. XOP Gal says you gotta love Elon, and I'm not even a Trump fan, but I am impressed. I hear you, my friend. I am impressed. I'm for the first time in a minute, as we like to say, I am excited about the future. I'm telling you, it is Talk That Talk Thursday, so we can talk other stuff outside of crypto. That's what we do on our Talk That Talk Thursday sessions. I'm talking about doing a live stream of Fort Knox. Doge is killing the game. The Department of Government Efficiency is killing the game. I love it. Look, this is not the 1980s America, man. When we were doing OTay. as a country, as a nation. This is not that America. We are not doing okay. We're on life support. The enemy is creeped in. We're on life support. When you're on life support, you got to do drastic stuff. Drastic stuff. People acting like they can't find another job if they get laid off. Give me a break. You'll be better for it, I promise you. You'll be better for it. Most people's resolves is outstanding. Think about the time you had your back up against the wall. Think about the time you had your back up against the wall. What did you do? Did you just cave in, give up? Of course not. You figured it out. And did you not come out better on the other side of that? That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen for those who lose their jobs. And hopefully it'll be the good ones who lost their jobs that are able to rebound and recover for the better. Make no mistake about it. They're getting rid of some people in some places that it's not been great for this country. And that's a fact. That USAID crap, I mean, come on already. We can't afford that. We're the largest debtor nation in the history of debtor nations. That's not something we're supposed to be having as part of our accolades for this nation. It's amazing to me how we've just become complacent with that title. The largest debtor nation in the history of debtor nations. And we just become good with it. You know why? You know why we become good with it? Because we're distracted in entertainment. Drugged up in entertainment, Netflix, and baseball games. Numb from the reality. Unbelievable. Unbelievable what's going on. But we're going to do some crypto today. We're going to talk some digital asset space today on Talk That Talk Thursday for sure. Pooh, I'm excited about it, man. I don't agree with everything Elon says. But I agree with a lot of what he's doing. I can tell you that right now. I'm not here to agree with everything he says, but I agree with everything. I agree with a lot of what the dude is doing right now. Why? He ain't going to get everything right. Everything he says ain't going to be right. Is everything you say right? Goodness gracious. I know everything I say is not right. So why would I expect that from him? I don't expect that from him. I'm checking him out and what he's doing. I'll call him out when appropriate. I haven't found an appropriate moment yet. Well, I do have one, but it doesn't relate to Doge. So if it don't relate to Doge, I can bring this other thing up at another time. Right now, I'm more interested in Doge. I'm more interested in getting this country back. I want to figure out how they can spend $700 million or hundreds of billions of dollars to the Ukraine. We can't figure out our homelessness situation. That makes zero sense to me. You got overpopulated jails. Why? Why? I mean, come on, bro. We have become complacent with homelessness and overpopulation in jails and nasty, yucky stuff. Why? Why can't our streets be as clean as Saudi Arabia's streets or Singapore's streets or Japan's streets? It makes zero sense. You can't mathematically, intelligently, logically make an argument that says, oh, yeah, it makes sense that our streets are nasty. It makes sense that we have homelessness rampant throughout the country. Yeah, it just makes sense. Anyhow, I digress. Roscoe Mayer. So it's no. Nope. This is not about you talking about the SEC versus replication. No, that's not what that is about. Roscoe Myers, I appreciate you checking in, bro. This is about the SEC's appeal and the broker-dealer rule. They dismissed that, not the Ripple case. Not the Ripple case. All right, guys, do me a favor, hit that like button on the way in. Let me go over this market. Let me refresh CoinGecko and go over this market. You said you could stomach this sideways movement. So I am going to what's going on here? Why is that not? Oh, I'm hitting the wrong thing. I am going to cover these numbers. We're going to refresh CoinGecko. Let's talk that talk Thursday, Mr. XRP all in. You know, man, I got some airdrop rewards from Kaito, and the Ethereum fees are killing the game. Like I can't make the transaction because apparently $5 of gas fees ain't enough. I got to get more. I mean, it's only like $40 in rewards I got from these people, $42 at the current prices. And I can't claim it because of Ethereum gas fees. So I gotta stay up until the wee hours of the morning just to get a reasonable gas fee. Ethereum is in trouble. They got to figure some stuff out. All right, so let's refresh CoinGecko, find out what's good with this market right now. Well, 98 Bitcoin is looking like 98K Bitcoin is looking like. There's actually a token called the Infinite Money Glitch token. Wow, that's heavy. Oh, okay. Kaito is $1.28 now, so that means the little airdrop I got is actually more than I'm like $45 now. Not bad for, just airdrop farming, All right, so refresh this. This is saying that Bitcoin is 98K. Let me make sure that was a refresh. 98K for BTC. Glad I got some. You know. Oh no, we're not having internet issues. I hope we're not going to have that. Yeah, that's correct. All right. So according to CoinGecko, the total cryptocurrency market cap's up 1%. It's now 3.36 trillion, 3.36 trillion. Bitcoin dominance is about 59, 60%. Oh boy. Bitcoin is currently trading at $98,496 again. On the 30-day, Bitcoin's down 8% roughly. Ethereum is trading at 2,758%. Interesting to see Ethereum. Again, however, it's down 17.5% on the 30-day. XRP is trading at $2.71. The people over at EZA, man, they are all on some XRP right now. You know, EZA, the app that helps builders learn how to build on the XRPL. Dom and the other dude, they're all over on X talking about. I don't know if they're at ETH Denver or where they are, but talking about XRP and they're excited about future stuff, people building some stuff on the XRPL. And I want to share this video, man. This video of this dude building like this portfolio on the ledger. Pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So $2.71 for XRP is down 15.5% on the 30-day. Solana is trading at $175 again. And on a 30-day, it's down 32%. Dogecoin is trading at 25 cents again for a dollar. And it's down 33.9% on the 30-day. For a dollar, I don't know. Doesn't it? I don't know. Dogecoin's trading at $3.44. It's down 27%. Did I say Dogecoin? Sui, our beloved Sui, is trading at $3.44. On the 30-day, it's down 27.7%. I sort of snatched it when it was $2.98 just about 30 hours ago, or maybe even 36 hours ago. I should have snatched it up then, but I did not. I didn't have any fiat. So Hedera hash graph, 22 cents, down 36% on the 30-day. The dilemma still looms large, XRP gal. Do you take new positions in Dogecoin or Hedera hash graph, or do you add to your Sui or your Solana? That's the $67 trillion question, or even to your Ondo. I already added to my Ondo position. A couple of weeks ago, I did that. So there it is, fam. That's the market. And the market is just doing what the market does. All right, let me welcome some more people into the stream. Appreciate you guys checking in. Pookie's in the building. What's going on, my friend? How are you? Appreciate you being here. Gotta tell you, it's Talk That Talk Thursday, but we're gonna go over some crypto stuff today because excited about the stuff that's coming for the XRPL. Obviously, really excited about Flare Networks because I'm a big fan of sticking to the true ethos of beyond my moon bag, the true ethos of the digital asset space, true decentralization, true security, true scalability. Above the moon bag, in my opinion. Moon bag, true decentralization, true scalability, true security. That's in my home. That's how I see it. I don't put anything else above that. I don't put the wind moon bag above that. And so Flare Networks, in my view, is on that journey. We'll see if they get there. They're on that journey. And I'm excited about it. I gotta tell you. Pookie says, I'm really excited about Flare. I hear you, my friend. So am I. So am I. Mercy. All right. Let's go over some stuff on X. Let me see what I got going on here. Let me go over Ellen Tarrant sharing this news of the SEC dropping its appeal. We got a former current GUNL validator, DUNL validator, I don't know, kind of challenging the way Ripple does their updates. RippleX does their updates for the ledger in terms of validators needing to do stuff. This dude's kind of complaining. So I don't know. I know we talked about that gatekeeper, but I think RippleX addressed that in future proposals and stuff where they're going to change that, where you don't have to, have a gatekeeper essentially. All right, let me share this from Ellen the Tarrant. I know a lot of people were thinking this was the SEC versus Ripple appeal. No, it's not that. It says, new from Ellen Tarrant. Hope you're doing well, Miss. Eleanor has been killing the game here on X. New, the SEC under Mark Ueda has voluntarily dismissed its appeal of the lawsuit challenging the SEC's expansion of its dealer rule brought last April by the Blockchain Association and Crypto Freedom Texas. What is this here? Crypto Freedom Alliance of Texas. I think I need to get in touch with those dudes. Hold on a second. Crypto Freedom Alliance of Texas? I know they had like a little blockchain thing here. Oh, it's right there. CryptoTexasAlliance.org. I'm going to have to look into that. Okay, I'm going to have to look into this. See where they're housed and if they do some events. Promoting responsible development of digital asset policies in the Lone Star State. Okay, become a member. The benefits of membership. Okay, cool. I have to look into them boys and girls. All right. So the rule would have expanded the definition of a dealer to include high frequency trading firms and certain crypto hedge funds, among others. It was seen by the industry as an indirect way of regulating crypto trading firms, right? Everybody, it's amazing to me, not everybody, all the BTC maxis, the only thing they're concerned with is the strategic Bitcoin reserve. And then they're completely missing things like this. This is a major win for the broader crypto industry that the maxis, unfortunately, can't seem to just get their heads around. So the Blockchain Association put this out today. Marks a complete victory for us and the broader industry in our lawsuit against the SEC over the dealer rule. The SEC voluntarily dismissed its appeal of the lawsuit over the dealer rule brought by us and Crypto Freedom Texas. So that's cool. What does Kristen Smith say here? It's a new day at the SEC following former Chair Gensler's crusade against crypto. Today's voluntary dismissal by the agency is welcome news. We first brought our lawsuit against the SEC to challenge the agency's unlawful power grab, which sought to unilaterally redefine the boundaries of its statutory authority. And Bitcoin maxis act like this is not important. You just hold Bitcoin. Bitcoin solves it all. Like, yowzers. With new leadership at the agency leading to today's final dismissal, we're looking forward to productive conversations between industry and the SEC moving forward and a brighter future for digital assets in the United States. Shout out to you, Kristen. Shout out to the Blockchain Association, who are getting the bigger picture, who thank God are not just running around in Bitcoin maxism and doing what's right for the broader digital asset industry. So that's what the appeal is about, fam. That's the appeal that was dismissed. Carl Billies is in the building. What's going on, bro? Hi, CJ. Are we about done with all the waiting class and getting to our bags? Waiting class. What does that mean, bro? What does that mean? Joe Buddy's in the building. What's going on, bro? Officially withdrew. So that's the, hope you caught that. That's the SEC's appeal and the final dismissal. They're dropping that appeal. The dealer broker rule, which was going to extend their authority over the digital asset space, has been kiboshed. Mark Ueda said, yeah, we're going to voluntarily dismiss this thing. Right. The bigger picture is about the digital asset space. This is good for Ripple and the SEC. By the way, this is good for the SEC versus Ripple case. Right. Even John Reed Stark said it's a new day. You can forget about these lawsuits. Did you guys see that? Let me see if I can't find that on X. Oh, waiting to get rich, bro. Oh, gotcha. It's going to be a little minute. It's going to be a little minute. It looks like Carl Billy. Let me see if I can pull it. I used to go back and forth with John Reed Stark here on X because that dude was not quite getting it. Um, okay. All right, so let's go over a couple of his posts. Jungle shared one, but here is it. 4 hours ago, it says it's official. This is from John Reed Stark, who's just been pro SEC and crypto is crap for forever. It's official. Acting SEC Chair Mark Ueda has canceled the SEC crypto unit and has secretly disappeared SEC crypto unit co-chief Mark Sylvester. Bye, Felicia. See you later, Mark. NB, don't know what that means. The SEC's website still features the crypto unit as up and running and Sylvester as his co-chief, but he's done. New day, bro. See you later. February the 17th, it says breaking news: SEC Coinbase case was paused, just like the SEC's Binance case. And we said on the channel, wait a minute, am I sharing? I am not sharing. What am I doing right now? What am I doing right now? XRP gal. What am I doing? Goodness gracious, I was reading all that. Wasn't even sharing. All right, here's John Reed Stark. The guy's been pro SEC and anti-crypto, spewing nonsense for a minute. But here's some stuff. It's official. Acting SEC Chair Mark Ueda has canceled the SEC crypto unit, the old one that was coming after crypto, and has secretly disappeared, quote unquote, SEC crypto unit co-chief Mark Sylvester. All right, so, but this is what we want right here. Breaking news: the SEC's Coinbase case, SEC versus Coinbase, was paused, just like the SEC's Binance case. Expect the SEC to similarly pause the Ripple appeal soon. The writing is now on the wall. SEC crypto enforcement has officially expired. Expire. You guys see that commercial with the lady? Expire. She's in the dude's, her son-in-law's refrigerator. Hilarious. Expire. Expire. In that Jersey accent. On Friday, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission told the second court that its newly formed crypto task force effort may lead to a resolution in its enforcement case against Coinbase, warranting a brief delay to the SEC's response to Coinbase's bid for appellate review of whether securities laws apply to the transactions on its platform. Per the unprecedented three-page joint motion. And again, the BTC's maxis are not talking about this, not celebrating it. They don't get it. The SEC review of crypto-related issues is ongoing, quote, unquote, and the extension will give the SEC time for appropriate review as it prepares its answers to the Coinbase petition. Translation, this is from John Reed Stark, former person at the SEC doing whatever he did at the SEC. Translation, stick a fork in the SEC's case against Coinbase. It's done. These are big things for the overall big picture of the industry. Yet the BTC Maxis just can't figure it out. Just can't seem to get excited about it. So the Binance Redux, along the same lines, the SEC and crypto exchange Binance recently asked a Washington, D.C. federal judge overseeing the SEC enforcement action to pause the Binance SEC enforcement actions for 2 months as the SEC transforms its approach to digital asset regulation and enforcement, specifically in a similarly extraordinary 2-page joint motion to stay the Binance case last Tuesday. The parties agreed that the work of the SEC's newly created crypto task force to develop a regulatory framework for digital assets, quote, may impact and facilitate the potential resolution of this case. Accordingly, the SEC proposed a brief stay to defendants, and the defendants agreed that a stay is appropriate in the interest of judicial economy. They're talking about the SEC's purge begins. The former litigator of the Coinbase case is perhaps the winningest trial attorney in the SEC history, and certainly one of the most respected SEC trial attorneys ever. Indeed, under his leadership, and I read every one of his briefs, the SEC crypto unit achieved more litigation victories than any. Cool. See you later. All right, we don't need to read anymore. He's still got his biased stuff. So this is big, 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 big for the overall digital asset space. It's a new day. We got to be excited about it. I hope you're excited about it. Everyone keeps thinking it's the SEC versus Ripple case. No, but I'm expecting another stay, just like Binance and Coinbase got to stay on their court cases. We're probably going to get it from the SEC versus Ripple as well, according to John Reed Starks. And I'm pretty certain he is correct on that. And then after they get the stay, they'll work some things out with the SEC. Maybe the appeal gets dropped. Maybe it's a settlement. I don't know. It's not going to matter. The digital asset space as a whole is going to move forward. I mean, I think the stay for the digital asset XRP, the SEC versus Ripple case is going to be awesome. And I think a lot of people out there know it. And I think a lot of people expect any kind of resolution in the SEC versus Ripple case is going to be massive for the native asset XRP. And we know people are loading up now, to get that little $12 to $26 XRP that we've been talking about, ski mask citizen, that we believe in the CryptoCeej home is going to happen. $12 to $26, that's our number. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how, because remember, this thing has been, the traders say it's been just coiled up. It's just been coiled. And the bigger and the longer it's been coiled, shoo. This is what the TA guys say. I just look at it just from just a simple thing, right? We've been harmed. It took a lot of years, right? Drained billions of dollars out of the ecosystem. And it's our time. It's our time. I don't care how many millionaires and multimillionaires come from XRP. Awesome. I'm loving it. It'll be awesome. It's going to be awesome. They don't care. There's going to be some, my guess is some deck of millionaires coming out of it. My guess. I don't know. I think there's going to be a deck of millionaire or two. Not talking about Brad and the boys over there. I'm talking about just regular retail people. And I couldn't be more happier for them. I really can't. Couldn't. XRP Gal says, I don't want the pause. I want it over. Yeah, I hear you. No, I don't know if they're saying that, XRP Gal. XRP Gal says, so the SEC will still have power over crypto that is deemed a security? Oh, security? Yeah. Who has power over crypto that is deemed an investment like NFTs, SEC? I think that's going to be the CFTC, XRP Gal. But they're working on that stuff. Congress is going to have to, get something through like the FIT 21 or the structure bill. They got to have to get this stuff through so that we'll know which regulator or agency has kind of control over the commodities that are the digital assets. Ski Madison said, "Oh, Ski Mascot. Oh, dang. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. It's going to be a big deal. I really do. This dropping of the case, or because just again, no fraud alleged in the case. No fraud charges in the SEC versus Ripple. I mean, to me, I don't know what a drop of the case looks like. I don't know why settle when you can just drop it. So we'll see. All things look really, really, really favorable in my view, though. Guys, do me a favor, hit that like button. If you didn't get a chance to do so on the way in, no worries. Just collapse the chat real quick. Go smash the like button and then come back and hang out with the CryptoCeej fam. It really, really helps to get the channel out to more people, again, who are just hanging out right now, watching college basketball classics. That's what's going on right now. March Madness is almost upon us. And people are watching, 1990s and 2005 videos of their team in hopes of some new stuff happening in 2025 for their team. So I'm going to share this post here. This is a dude who's at some, I don't know, Consensus HK Hackathon. That's what they're at. Take a listen to this. EZA put this out. EZA is that new app that helps people who want to build on it, developers who want to build on a ledger, learn how to build on a ledger through this app. Okay. If you hold crypto, you're probably wondering what asset you should hodl. This person here, Antonio, who is CEO at Muse.ai. Why does that sound familiar? Muse.ai. That sounds familiar. Builder in tech and finance AI. Ex Morgan Stanley and JP Morgan person. All right. So what's his name? Antonio built something. Antonio's using his experience working at JP Morgan and Morgan Stanley to help you decide which you should hodl. And in his latest model, XRP comes out on top. See what he's building at our EZA Consensus Hackathon. All right, so take a listen to this. It's pretty cool. All right.
The lowest. Hi, I'm Antonio. I'm here on the EZA Hackathon, and my project is to implement a modern portfolio theory with crypto, so we can leverage all of these mathematical functions to create optimal portfolios that manage your risk with your reward. So you can choose to get one that is less risky, but probably have less rewards, or more risky and have high rewards. So, during this weekend, I got the data sets for different assets. So for instance, this is the price of Bitcoin in the last week. I chose another like coins like Doge, ETH, Link, Pepe, Sol, and including XRP. Then you can see that in this particular week, actually XRP was the one that performed best in terms of like price. In this particular one, actually Sol went down a little bit. One of the things that we can do here is we can have a look at the correlations between the different assets, and we can see that in this particular week, Sol was actually anti-correlated with all the other asset classes. when we run the different simulations for different portfolios, we can see that there's various different portfolios here. One of them that has a very low variance, so meaning low risk, but also low reward. And then up here in the really like top right corner, we have one that has the highest risk, but the highest reward. And in this particular case, this scenario here was actually if we had allocated everything to 100% to.
All right, so if we had allocated 100% to XRP, expected return was 459%. Sharp ratio, 4.77. Expected volatility, 96.32%. In other words, expect volatility, okay? What we got here? Save portion portfolio image, ping, allocations for best Sharp ratio portfolio. 24% XRP, 23% ETH, 21% Uni. That's the Uniswap token. Now, he's not saying these numbers. I'm showing you, I'm telling you these are the numbers. And guess what has a 14% allocation? Yeah, Doge. You know, this is a certain XRP entertaining content creator who can't just figure out how to pronounce Doge correctly and stop insulting the Doge community. Doge, 14%. XRP, 24%. ETH, 20. This is a portfolio. His thing is about building a portfolio. He's got 24%. He's got XRP, ETH, Uni, and Doge. My guy, Tyke, just said he just bought some more DeFi tokens. Uni is a DeFi token. He just added to his position of DeFi tokens. He said, I'm going back into mid curving, which is safe. It's kind of in that safe thing. It's kind of in the 3 to 6x safe that everyone thinks is yes. I don't understand people who can't jump up and joy and celebrate 3 or 7x's. I can't put my brain around it. When you're losing 12 to 15% out there in the traditional financial world every year, they just can't wrap their brain around 3 to 7x's. Got to go put 100% of the money in a meme coin. I don't understand it. Instead of taking 90% of it and put it in XRP, ETH, Uni, or Doge as an example, and then 10% in the meme. So you apply the principle of ergodicity. There it is, right there for your whatever. I know you want me to shut up, and you want to hear this dude talk. So let's do it.
XRP. If you wanted to have one that is the best,
all right.
XRP. If you wanted to have one that is the
let's go
in this particular case, this scenario here was actually if we had allocated everything to 100% to XRP. If you wanted to have one that is the best, the lowest variance, we would choose this portfolio, which is moon.
That's good too. The lowest variance, which means the less amount of risk, but the less amount of rewards. Bitcoin, 45%. XRP, 6%. ETH, 13%. Solana, 10%. Uni, 6%. Link, 5.96%. He's got Doge and Pepe in here. So this is different than what I said. This is portfolio allocations, lowest variance, least amount of risk, least amount of upside in that, right? So you're going to get upside, but it's the least, right? So the lowest risk, lowest rewards. This is institutions. This is the institution play. Okay, this is what institutions are doing. Interestingly enough, in this, there's Solana in there as well. So Bitcoin, XRP, ETH, Solana. The Solana and ETH allocations are higher than that of XRP, interestingly enough, in the low variance. All right. And the next one he's going to talk about is going to talk about higher variance, which means higher risk, but high rewards. Okay.
Bitcoin, which makes sense because Bitcoin is usually quite stable compared to the other coins. And obviously Pepe, which is a meme coin, which is probably very volatile, you want to have the lowest of that allocation. But the best portfolio is the one with the highest Sharpe ratio. And
the best portfolio is the one with the best Sharpe ratio. The best portfolio, the best is the one with the best Sharpe ratio. This is, his thing, his little software thing that he built. His former JP Morgan dude. Okay. Okay. I mean, you take it for what it's worth. XRP and ETH are, in this portfolio, they're right there with each other. XRP, 23.96%. ETH, 22.71%. Uni, the DeFi token, 20.9%. Link, 10.52%. Doge, 13.58%. Pepe, 8 point some percent. Expected return. This is the best Sharpe ratio. It says 317%. Right? That's pretty cool. This speaks perfectly, I think. Now, the reason why Doge and Pepe in there and not SPX 6900 and not Cock Inu and not any other kind of meme coins that are out there, because these are OGs. They solidified themselves in the digital asset space. You don't have to own the meme coin if you don't want it. What they're saying is this is ergodicity here. This is exactly what this is. Staying with the safe, the best of the safe, right? And you take a little bit of risk in allocating to Doge and Pepe. Pepe 8%, Doge 13%. And that's more than Link, by the way. It's more than the Link allocation, by the way. Cray.
This particular case would have been to put majority of it into XRP, and the expected return would be 3 times in a year, and the volatility is about like 40%. So you should not leverage this out, because this might blow if you actually do that. So this is the idea here is like to create a smart contract where you send a stable coin, in this case RLUSD, and it will use this weights and buy the assets for you and keep them until you want to pull your money back. And then when you pull your money back, it will convert it back to the stable coin. And so this will allow you to benefit from modern portfolio theory in a way that is transparent, that is on chain, that is well understood, and without any fees, in a way that's super convenient. Hi, I'm Antonio.
Hi, Antonio.
The EVA hackathon. And
I like what you got going on there, bro. Can't wait to hear more about it. Someone said something. How do I get access to investing in this? More info is coming soon. Right? So this is This is for the people that are not thick into the weeds. Right? They got a day job, they got a wife, they got some children. These for some institutions as well, right? But look, I ain't got time. I ain't gonna be time to be getting into no Twitter Spaces and hopping on Discords and Telegrams. This is for those people. I ain't got no time to be in no Discord and Telegram. Dealing with, you hop on Telegram, next thing you know, you're getting a phone call from scammers. There's a lot of people don't have time for that. They don't have time for that. This is going to be on the XRPL. I like it. I like it. The RIAs is, I don't know. They're going to be all over, things like this. These financial planners, oh boy, going to be all over something like this. And by the way, you could probably get to this without going through a RIA. That's what's going to be awesome. Getting access to this without the intermediaries. That would be awesome. So I love it, man. That's good stuff right there, man. I can't wait to see that. I would support that. This is something that, for example, I would feel comfortable with, right? Getting to my daughter, right? Getting to my daughter. I'd be probably more comfortable with this with getting to my cousins, right? Or my sister. right? Just, okay, just do this thing, right? So this way I ain't gonna feel bad. I don't, right? I don't have to worry about, turning them on to something that I think is going to be big, like AI agents, right? I think that space is going to grow, but what if it doesn't, right? I think it's going to grow and become something. I think virtuals is game changing, right? I think AI 16 Zulu is game changing. I think Convo is game changing. But if I could just turn them on to a little something over here, you know, a little portfolio thing right over there. And they just allocate to that every week, every 2 weeks, every time they get paid, allocate a little portion of that. I can be good. I could feel, I could sleep. I don't have to worry about trying to explain myself. you know, that's kind of how I see it. What's going on, Desmond James? How are you? Appreciate you guys checking in. Do me a favor, hit that. If you didn't get a chance to hit that like button on the way in, no worries. Just collapse the chat real quick. Go smash the like button, then come back and hang out with the CryptoCeej and fam. That's a good point. XRP Gal says, I don't think they can drop the SEC versus Ripple case because Ripple does legitimately owe some money for selling to institutions. Correct. So, settlement, yeah, just kind of get to that settlement. It'll probably be in the $5 to $10 million range as a settlement, right? And then that's it. I agree, XRP Gal. That's a great point. Great point. Thank you for sharing that. Desmond James says the SEC can do as they please, LOL. If they want to drop it, they can drop it. The appeal withdrawal in the BA and CFAT case suggests the agency could withdraw the appeal at any time. Yep. Yeah, they can withdraw the appeal. They can withdraw the appeal, but there's still, like XRP Gal is saying, they still, got to pay that fine for the institutional stuff. The Guardian Archives. What's going on, my friend? I don't recall you checking in before the Guardian Archives. Where are you checking in from, bro? Where are you checking in from, my friend? The Guardian Archive says, thank you for informing the principle of ergodicity. That's a powerful principle. Oh, wow. Thank you. And you're welcome. I appreciate you checking in. Appreciate you checking in. I'm going to be talking about that in the Twitter spaces with Flare Networks, with the Whale 589 and Steven, I don't know his last name. He invited me to come on that spaces. Yeah, because personally, I just think that we got to figure it out, right? The Guardian Archives. We are not here to be traders. We're not traders. And God, this whole speculator thing, I keep hearing this speculating stuff. Whew. I'd rather be a sophisticated investor. I would rather take on the journey of becoming a sophisticated investor as opposed to a speculator. Yeah. So, right, going on a journey of becoming a sophisticated investor means you learn how. You improve your skills in due diligence. You tweak that intuitive thing that you got about a CEO of a project. You run numbers. You're able to see the marketplaces that they're entering. That's a full circle thing. The journey of becoming a sophisticated investor is 360-degree skill set. But you also got to learn things like 90-10. You got to learn what that looks like. You got to learn the barbell strategy. You got to read the books from Delana and from Nicholas Taleb, right? All of these things are their journey becoming a sophisticated investor. You can't just be hanging around listening to people on YouTube. Come on. You think that's the answer? You think the answer is listening to XRP entertaining content creators who speak with some conviction, who can't own up to the mistake they made by only buying XRP in 2013? You think that's the answer? No. Becoming a sophisticated investors is taking onus of for what you hold and knowing why you hold it. It's popping your head outside of the FLR bubble and taking a look around. It's popping your head up outside of the XRPL bubble and taking a look around of the entire digital asset space. It's a pretty cool journey once you go on it. I promise you, you'll have fun, XRP gal. I promise you, you'll have fun. How many videos have you watched of Guy Spear? Well, world-renowned investor. How many videos have you watched? How much information have you taken in from that dude? Are you listening more to XRP entertaining content creators than from world-renowned successful value investors? What's going on, Crawfish XRP? How are you, bro? Michael Marchese says, yo, from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Cold here at the beach. That's the hard truth. Old money doesn't want you to win. Yes, sir. That's it. I got to start getting that merch out, man. I got merch. I don't show it. I don't share it. I need to start getting that merch out. How many of you would don one of those old money doesn't want you to win t-shirts, hoodies, or hats? How many of you guys would don one of those if I got it out to you? How many of you would get some of that stuff? What's going on, Crawfish? How are you, bro? I want to get the hat. I'm trying to figure out a way to get this logo here. Let me share this logo. I think this logo on a hat would be awesome, but that's not my expertise. But boy, I would love to get this logo. I mean, I got everything trademarked, but I don't know how to where would it be right here? You see that? Old money doesn't want you to win. I can just see that right now in a nice camouflage, right? Nice camouflage hoodie or hat or right. I think that would be awesome. I think our guy Alex Yeet was the dude who actually did that for me, right? Look at that. That's I like that right there. How many will wear a hat like that? Or a hoodie or a camouflage thing, right? Mm, I like it. Like it. And you can get the right colors for ladies to wear this as well. Get the right colors for the ladies to wear this as well, XRP gal. I'm telling you, I think that would be awesome. I just got to figure out how to get it on a hat. Michael Mulcahy says, oh, Master EZ said, I would definitely. Oh, nice thing. Pookie Pookie says, I want it, CJC. There it is. I have to get the guys like right now I'm using Teespring. But I want to figure out other ways to get that out to people as well, because I just think it would be cool, right? Simple green like money, Michael Marchese. Yes, sir. There it is right there. All right, let me see what else I wanted to share with you guys. Michael Marchese, green and black, right? It's just perfect. It would be perfect. Right? I'm thinking some kind of camouflage. I'm thinking a nice, like those camouflage hats. Yeah, I mean, and we can figure out the colors for the ladies as well. It will be if you are inspired by that message. All right, so that's easy A. I think that was cool. I'm going to share this in the Patreon group today. I don't know. I just think virtuals is going to, I think virtuals protocol is going to change the digital asset space in a big way. I really, really do. All right. You guys want to hear, I guess let's go check this this dashboard out from Into the Block. This is on Flare Networks. Here's an overview of the Flare Networks DeFi ecosystem. Let's see what they got. All right, so Flare DeFi Eco, about the dashboard. Let's take a look into this. Now this says AI Insights. Interesting. It's called app.intotheblock.com. Now this says / perspective. So all right. The Flare DeFi ecosystem dashboard provides a comprehensive overview of the DeFi activity on the Flare network. It tracks key metrics like total value lock across different protocols and protocol types, and the performance of top DEX pools and markets. So let me do this. Um, yeah, I'll do that. This allows users to understand the growth, trends, and key players within the Flare DeFi eco. Nice. Flare current TVL, Flare historical TVL by protocol type, et cetera, all that stuff. All right. 29 million in TVL. Week, 2 years, time range. All right, cool. TVL of all the protocols, it says is 79 million. Okay. What we got going on here? Flare protocols historical TVL. That's nice. And the different colors kind of show you which one has the most TVL. It looks like Clearpool does. Yeah, this is Clearpool, which is interesting to me. Yeah, 20.09 million, 25%. In the Clearpool, I guess is the what, the USDX thing, I guess. All right, so what we got here, December 9th to the 15th. All right, let's go. What's this date? What's this time range here? What's this time? Ugh. February 10th to the 16th. All right, there we go. Clearpool, 24 million. Liquid Scepter, 20 million. SparkDex, 11 million. Okay, so it's Clearpool 1, Scepter 2, SparkDex 3, followed by Kinetic at 4. So I'm curious though. They got SparkDex, but then they also have FLL Farm. Is that? I don't know what that means, but in any case, there it is. So 31% of the TVL is on Clearpool, and Scepter has 27%. That just liquid staking, right? You get your FLR, you go to Scepter and you stake that Scepter. It becomes liquid staking. It's locked up for a period of time, but you're able to take your FLR and participate in platforms like SparkDex, for example, and Kinetic, for example. So that's pretty cool to see. Flare Protocol's historical TVL variations. Flare Protocol's historical TVL variations over here as well. All right, so that's cool. Yeah. Flare current TVL share, Clearpool current, 32%, then Scepter, then SparkDex. A lot of people just want to be able to, stake and, not do the liquidity pool thing, so that makes sense. And then we got the categories of the protocols. Clearpool says RWA, Scepter says liquid staking, SparkDex is DEX, Kinetic Lending, Blaze Swap's a DEX, Enosis, the AMM V3 is a DEX. Ichi says liquidity manager. Liquidity manager. Don't know much about Ichi. I know Steer Protocol hooked up with Kinetic, but it says Ichi is liquidity manager. And SparkDex Perp says derivatives. Big fan of SparkDex, I'm telling you, I like it. So this is good. This is very useful. Let me put this link in here for you guys so you can get it. Dex pools. Clearpool is just kind of killing the game here. It says Flare's top 20 Dex pool slant markets. USDX, 24 million. Interesting to me. Where is that? Who's doing that? Who's doing that? S Flare, Liquid Scepter, Kinetic SFLR, which is lending your SFLR. So it's people taking the FLR, going to Scepter, and then getting SFLR, taking an SFLR to Kinetic. And then the other pools in terms of money is the ETH, Flare ETH. Interesting to me, but it's something to note. Wrapped ETH and FLR ETH. So that's wrapped ETH bridged over, and then Flare ETH is Dinero, right? Dinero's ETH, which to me that would mean those are both ETH, right? So you don't have to worry about being in and out of ranges and liquidity pools, right? Wrapped ETH and Kinetic. Wow, that's something. All right, so I like it. And so there's my beloved pool. The one I like the most is SFLR and Wrapped FLR. 3.14 million in that joint. But this is very cool. Let me give you guys the link to this. Let me copy this. Very useful. What do you think about that, Pookie Pookie? Pookie Pookie, what are you thinking about that right now? I like that. There's the link to that. There's the link to that. That's very, very useful. I like that. Thanks, Into the Block. Appreciate you putting that thing together. I bookmarked that so I would have it. I got people in the stream saying they would definitely get that old money doesn't want you to win gear. We just got to figure out a way to get that on a hat. I think the hat would be awesome. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that emblem that I have on X, go to like Fiverr or somebody like that, and see someone who's more familiar with Teespring or other places like that, and have them put that on hat, shirts, and other stuff. Just kind of do it that way. Pay someone who's familiar with using, Teespring or T Creator or any of those shirt things. I think that's the way to do it. I do have that image saved too. I have the image saved somewhere also. So I think that's the way to do it. Pay 25, 50 bucks, have someone put that on some hats and some shirts and some stuff like that. That would be awesome. That we already got people saying it. People saying they would be interested. So in getting that. So that'd be cool. What do you think about that, Pookie Pookie? That's nice info there, I think. All right, let me see. Let me get rid of some of this stuff. This is really nice. I think that's gonna be cool. Let me get rid of that. See what this. Let's talk that talk Thursday. What's going on? Maybe hold on. Little President Trump, maybe, but we got some crypto stuff to get into. Look. Do that. Shout out to Into the Block. By the way, if you want to follow them on X, it's at Into the Block, all lowercase letters, one word. At Into the Block. Let me give them a follow. Thank you for putting that together. So I'm kind of curious why Dr. J. Scott Branson put this out. This is interesting. Ripple X just recently put this out like 24 hours ago. XRPL nodes and validators. Action required. The UNL migration to the new XRPL foundation is underway. Validators must update their configurations by the 10th to ensure continued network participation. Avoid downtime, update now. So this is the second or third time that Dr. Scott Branson has kind of come out sounding the alarm in reference to the XRPL. I question him on why he didn't allow for comments in here. Anyway, let me do this. Put this back there. Where is that? Where was I? There it is. So it says here, decentralization is a spectrum, not an absolute. Posts like this highlight issues with centralization on the XRP ledger. Validator operators are left with little choice but to follow Ripple's instructions without even providing context of why the new entity is trustworthy. We've spoken about this on the channel before, and the gatekeeper and how stuff has to kind of go through Ripple first. But I do remember recently, was it 2 or 3 months ago, they had come up with proposals to change that type of thing. I'm pretty sure. Hold on. Pretty sure. So anyway, so Dr. Branson asked the question, does this new entity have the skills and expertise to keep critical keys that control consensus for the entire network safe? Is this new entity independent from Ripple? If not, what is the benefit of having 2 lists backed by one entity? Anyone who controls the published UNLs that are caused by DUNL validators arguably controls the entire consensus process. They have control over whose vote matters. This has been something that's been said before, and we talked about it on the channel. We called it the gatekeeper. It doesn't mean that the gatekeeper's a bad actor. What he's pointing to is true decentralization. So I asked a question somewhere in here. Let's see. I know he responded once, but I asked him about if people like Vet could respond. All right. He says, yep. I said, where's my original question? Maybe it's right in here. No, that's not my question. I don't think. But let's see. Oh, right here. Yeah. He's not able to. And see, that's the problem I have. Why is Vet not able to comment? Right? I said here, why are you limiting who can comment on this post? He says, because I'm tired of conspiracy theory people saying crazy crap in my threads. I said, are people like Vet able to comment? He said, Vet said, I'm not able to comment, unfortunately, but I'll answer to his post here for you, CJ. The XRP ledger is inherently decentralized. I would abandon the XRPL yesterday if that wasn't the case. This post has nothing to do with centralization whatsoever. That goes on to say, operators have all freedom to run whatever UNL they want. If they don't want to migrate, they can choose not to. If there is a dispute, people have the choice. If there's no dispute, then there is no incentive to change anything. It works, and therefore you're happy to migrate. Published lists like the XRPL F, the foundation, operates are a convenience for operators, not a reliance. He just says, my bad, I followed you, so you should be able to comment. But he's not responding to what he said. So here's what he says here. Oh, so Dr. Branson does respond to what Vet has to say. Let's take a gander. What happens, I think that's supposed to be if, 1/3 of DUNL validators don't follow the list? The network forks. The lists are inherently centralized. Operators can choose not to follow them, but without total, I don't, that's supposed to be collusion? I don't know. I don't know. He says, but without total collision. I don't know if he's saying collusion. The network has serious consequences. All right, so we all know we need 90% or more overlap in UNLs to prevent a fork. Trusted validators have little choice but to go with the list. He says here, Ripple does have nearly exclusive rights to determine which validators are trusted, since they publish a list of trusted validators. You can run 1 million validators, none of them matter unless they are on a centrally published UNL. This person is saying that's not false. The XRP Ledger network is opt-in. If there was 1 million nodes and Ripple left, the network can continue operating. All right. So anyway, this is a former, DUNL, UNL person, right? That's what he says here. Technology, education, and license, mental health professional, advisor to in fintech. That's the new foundation thing. That's the new thing. People left and foundation went and joined and did this thing. Multi-year XRPL DUNL validator, slant service operator. How would the network keep operating? Ripple provides most of all software updates. Without the published UNLs, how can forward progress happen? There must be a 90% overlap in what validators are trusted. The only way to achieve that is with a centralized publisher. All blockchains have issues, and decentralization is a spectrum. It's not an absolute point. So anyway, this ENSO of all science keeps going on and on here, but as he keeps bringing this point up, trusted validators cannot deviate from the published UNLs, or they risk a fork. Similarly, operators must update to the latest releases to avoid their server being amendment blocked. There is almost no way to go against Ripple. And that's just kind of the case. And we've said, this was to me, this was on the early day devs. This issue or challenge is completely on the early day devs like David Schwartz, Stefan Thomas, Evan Schwartz, those dudes, because they decided to turn over the ledger essentially to Ripple. That's what they essentially did. They didn't create a foundation early days or a DAO early days. And this doesn't mean that Ripple, this gatekeeper, as I like to call it, is a nefarious actor. We all know that they are not. We all know that they don't have nefarious intentions. What he is speaking to is the fact that that's not true decentralization. And maybe in the end, this method, by the way, the way it is set up, by the way, proves to be a great thing that others might look to emulate. We don't know. The challenge is, the big challenge in my view is a company changes. CEOs move on, chairmen move on, board members move on. There's new board members, a new chairman, a new CEO. CTOs move on. And so the way Ripple looks now might not be and thinks and acts the way Ripple looks now, thinks now, and acts now may be different 10 years from now. You understand? So there's that. But I wanted to share that with you guys. It's an interesting point that he's making. And by, from reading it and going through it, it makes sense. Oh, Kash Patel got confirmed? Yes. Let's go. I don't know much about him, but apparently Trump really likes him. You see what I'm saying? So I think this is a valid point, and Vet didn't respond back to any of that back and forth. So I don't know if he didn't see it. I don't know. John White said XRP is going to replace Bitcoin. Awesome. I can't wait to see that happen. In the meantime, we only got what we got right now. What do we have right now? We got this cycle right now. What's going on with it? How are we winning in this cycle? So interesting back and forth. I wanted to share that with you guys. I know we brought this up before, but in the early days, what did I call it? I said it was what did I call it? Did I call it Thomas Schwartz and Schwartz, or Schwartz Thomas? What did I call it? Schwartz and Thomas, right? That was the issue. Stefan Thomas, David Schwartz, Evan Schwartz. They made that decision not to do the Dow thing. They made a decision to take the gig, take the shares, and take the XRP and become employees. I don't know if you can argue, besides David, we're talking about young 20-something years old at that time. The gig was probably paying well. You're getting shares, and you get an XRP to be an employee, to build on a thing that you think can change a lot of stuff. Remember, this was the second chain. There were no DAOs before. I think the DAOs came, there was a Bitcoin Foundation, but the DAOs came kind of an Ethereum thing afterwards. But they never decided to kind of create a DAO. They kind of turned and structured stuff in a way to have a gatekeeper. So you just got to accept that reality instead of trying to argue it. It's clever, but to me, it does feel like there's a gatekeeper, and you risk the gatekeeper changing its ways. You kind of risk that. You leaving now? Oh, okay. Trying to change in its ways. That's kind of how I see it. But in any case, man, we're waiting for the word from the SEC on some kind of stay of the case versus Ripple. Looking forward to that, seeing how that goes. Let me know what you guys think in the comments of this video. Do you think that Ripple is a gatekeeper? I do, but I don't think they have nefarious or bad or mal intent. It wouldn't make sense. But it also means that they're not going to always be right on every call, and that these validators really don't have much of a say in it. And I think that's important. Again, if we're looking to the, here's your Win Moon bag, XRP institutions, all that stuff. And then there's the true ethos of the digital asset space. True decentralization, true security, true scalability. If that kind of stuff is important to you. All right, fam, I'm gonna hop off here. Thank you so much for checking in. Do me a favor, if you didn't get a chance to hit the like button on the way in, no worries. Just hit the like button on the way out. That would be really, really cool. It helps to get the channel out to more people hanging out on YouTube, trying to figure out how can they hurdle the hurdle rate on their lifestyle, which is about 15% in the minus, in the hole, every paycheck. Digital asset space helps to hurdle that hurdle rate. And do me a favor, if you happen to be in that 55% or so of people that are hanging out, listening to and watching the CryptoCeej, if you've been enjoying those hangouts, do me a favor, please consider subscribing to the channel. What a mad dash to get to 9,000 subs. We got about 9 days left to make that happen. We're only 66 subscribers away from 9,000. And I know we can get there, especially with your help. All right. And don't forget to ring that notification bell so that you know whenever we go live or whenever we upload a video. I'm going to end this video like I do all my videos and remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though, because you and I, we're already winning. And I would ask you to consider this, or perhaps ponder the idea or notion of living your life permissionless. I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya. Bye. Oh, look at John White. John White just subscribed. Thanks for the sub, brother. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. All right, fam. I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya. Bye.